The number of people wounded in conflicts across Somalia has surged this year as hostilities flared up in different parts of the country. The Somali Red Crescent Society says 3 times as many people needed treatment for weapon wounds. Mohammed Kahia looks at how medical teams in a city in northern Somalia, which recently experienced armed clashes, are responding to the situation.
The city of Las Anod in Sool region of northern Somalia has been the main battleground of fighting between pro-unity forces of SSC Khartoum and the soldiers of the self-declared state of Somaliland during the last 8 months. The clashes resulted in significant number of casualties and the destruction of civilian infrastructure, such as hospitals. The Somali Red Crescent Society ambulance team in the city say they have treated and transported to hospital more than 1,700 people with conflict-related injuries.
The fighting started on the 6th of February, very early in the morning when people were asleep. Shortly after the shelling started, there was a lot of loss. The Red Crescent got involved immediately with the emergency and the ambulance teams. They were attending to the wounded and the dead. The wounded were the priority and were taken to hospital. The team has been working for the past 8 months since the conflict started.
Those wounded include combatants and prisoners of war, who were later treated and reunited with their families, with the help of the International Committee of the Red Cross.
We just arrived in Las Anod to pick up 2 wounded detainees who have recently been released by SSC Khartoum on humanitarian grounds. We are together with the Somali Red Crescent Society facilitating this movement. Our next stop will be Hargeisa, where we will hand over the released detainees to their families and where they will receive specialized medical treatment.
The medical team are still involved in collection and identification of bodies outside Las Anod, where the 2 sides clashed. Local medical workers also received training with the help of the ICRC team.
We trained a team from the Somali Red Crescent on management of the dead. We're planning to also train the soldiers from both sides. They have a responsibility to handle the dead in a respectful manner, to properly document them. So later, it will be easier to identify the deceased and inform their families.
The guns are silent now, but there is still dangers of renewed conflict. Until then, this medical team is doing its best to deal with the impact of 8-month-long battle. Hamid Kahir, CGTN Mogadishu, Somalia.